7 seconds, down by 2, season championship on the line. Beverly back to Harden, behind the back, has a lane. Blocked by Thompson, and the Cavaliers win the championship. The block saves the day. And honestly, if Cleveland keeps winning, LeBron might never go to the Lakers. He might just stay in Cleveland. It's going to be fun to see what's going to happen. Anyways, let's head into the 2017 NBA offseason. The NBA draft lottery results are in. The 76ers have the first pick. Will they go with Jason Tatum or will they continue to go Marco Fultz? Find out in the next video. But anyways, Kyrie Irving and Westbrook are both free agents. What will they decide to do in this NBA offseason? Will they stay or go to different teams? And this just in, Jimmy Butler has requested a trade out of Chicago. Where did he go? Make your predictions down below. 2,000 likes for part 2. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys so much. We hit the like goal, so without further ado, we're gonna do part 2 today. So sit down, sit back, relax, and let's get it going. The offseason results are here, and we begin with Kyrie Irving of the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a free agent and has a decision to make. And after winning the championship, Kyrie will re-sign with Cleveland and LeBron James. And Russell Westbrook, another free agent, after losing to the Golden State Warriors in the second round, Westbrook decides to stay loyal and re-sign with OKC. And the Jimmy Butler trade is official. Jimmy Butler has been traded from Chicago to Oklahoma City. So just after Westbrook re-signs with the Thunder, Jimmy Butler will decide to join him in OKC. In other news, Blake Griffin will break up Lob City, and he will join the Phoenix Suns in free agency, joining a young Devin Booker. And John Wall is leaving Washington in free agency, and John Wall is now going to be on the Indiana Pacers with Paul George, so that's going to be interesting. And here are the draft results. The 76ers take Kyle Kuzma with the first pick. Donovan Mitchell goes second to the Chicago Bulls. Then Houston takes Tatum at 3. And I saw a lot of you guys asking, how do the Rockets get the third pick from the Brooklyn Nets in this simulation? Well, in this simulation series, this is all simulated by 2K, so throughout this season, there are transactions that you guys won't see and that didn't happen in real life. So the Rockets and Nets just traded during the season. Let me know if you want to see all the transactions throughout the season. I probably should include that, but we see the rest of the draft results. And this is the official 2K draft class. They have all of them throughout the year. So we're going to have a whole new NBA with all these rookies going to different teams than real life. Anyways, guys, let's get to the season. It is time to check out the updated rosters to simulate the 2017-2018 season. And I got a million comments in part number 1 asking halftime why. Why are the ages all different? Why are they all incorrect? Well, apparently whoever made this roster didn't get them right. So I kind of went on and did it myself. I didn't get every single person, but for the majority, I got everybody's age right and correct as it was in that current year. So I did that for you guys. As we continue on, we're going to look around the league. There are some many transactions that we didn't go over, like Sabonis is now in Chicago. When I announced the news and everything, I just kind of go over the main things. But look at Kyrie Irving now joining LeBron James. Isaiah Thomas has re-signed with the Celtics, so that's huge. We have Kyrie re-signed with Cleveland, Isaiah re-signed with Boston. 2 things that didn't happen in that season. They both were actually traded for each other. And we see Blake Griffin is no longer a Clipper. He left Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan going into Phoenix to join Devin Booker. And in real life in 2018, the Atlanta Hawks weren't that good. They didn't make the playoffs. They did get Trae Young in the draft, so let's see if they can lose in this simulation part number 2 and hopefully get a high draft pick like they did in real life. And look at Marc Gasol, who's an 89 overall, joining 90 overall Kemba Walker on the Charlotte Hornets in this series. And Gordon Hayward re-signs with the Jazz. Remember, in real life, he went to the Celtics joining Kyrie Irving, so the Celtics didn't get Kyrie or Hayward, but they did keep Isaiah Thomas. And no more De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento, no more Donovan Mitchell in Utah. In this series, these players were drafted to different teams, as we see Carmelo Anthony's at a 92 on the Knicks. And Lakers fans, I'm curious to see what's going to happen to your team throughout the series. They have a pretty solid team right there, a lot of potential. Will they stay together, split up? We're all going to find out what's going to happen as we watch over the series, and this series has been so much fun to make. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I see a lot of love in the comments, so I appreciate that so much as well. The Denver Nuggets, Jokic, Jamal Murray, let's see what they could do. They also have now Gallinari. John Wall is now a Pacer with Paul George in this series. Definitely an interesting combination, but let's see how it works. Then we got Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, this was a weird combination. They decided to stay together throughout this series. Here's the Detroit Pistons, Andre Drummond, Tobias Harris, Darren Collison, Toronto Raptors, who came down and almost beat the defending champions of the series in part 1, Cavaliers. And how about the Rockets going to the finals, getting the third pick, taking Jason Tatum and joining up with James Harden? They're definitely rebuilding in the right way. Look at Kawhi Leonard now is Lonzo Ball on his team. Will Kawhi stay in San Antonio is the question, and Blake Griffin is now on the Suns. They also drafted John Collins and got Caldwell Pope, so they're rebuilding well in the series simulation. And Russell Westbrook now is Jimmy Butler on his team after a trade. Westbrook resigns, Jimmy Butler comes to OKC. What a team down there. And after taking Fultz with the #1 pick, I'm curious to see how Minnesota is going to manage their team throughout the series with Towns and Zach LaVine. Then we see Damian Lillard, the league leader in points last season. And Golden State is trying to go back to the Western Conference Finals after losing a heartbreaker to Houston. They actually went to the finals in real life 2018. They won against the Cavaliers in a sweep. Let's see if they can rewrite history, although it hasn't worked for them in part 1. Anyways, let's simulate to the end of the season. And the MVP goes to Russell Westbrook, 26 points a game, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, averaging a triple-double. And how about Marco Fultz, the #1 overall pick to the Minnesota Timberwolves, wins Rookie of the Year. There's your 6th Man of the Year. And Giannis Antetokounmpo wins Defensive Player of the Year as we go to the All-NBA teams. First team, Westbrook, Curry, LeBron, Anthony makes it for the Knicks with Jokic. Second team, All-NBA, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Giannis Durant, and Andre Drummond of the Pistons. So you guys see the All-NBA teams and the league leader in points. Damian Lillard was the league leader in part 1, and he's the league leader in part 2 with 33 a game. Steph Curry falls behind him, and we got McCollum, James Harden, Walker, Anthony, Ingram, Levine, Westbrook, and Irving. And rebounds per game, Andre Drummond, are you serious? 17 rebounds a game. DeAndre Jordan's behind him with Capella, Jokic, Whiteside, Randolph. Now we go to the assists per game. We see Curry, Westbrook, Ty Lawson. How about that? And Brendan Knight, again, is just insane in the series. I don't know why. Here we go now to the steals per game. Jimmy Butler of the Thunder leads it. Into the NBA playoffs, the Celtics lead the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and LeBron James, the defending champions. Cavaliers are 2. The Raptors with DeRozan. The Pacers now with John Wall and Paul George. The Knicks make it. The Milwaukee Bucks, Wizards, and the 76ers slip in. And they're the teams that will go to the lottery and have a chance to get one of the best players in the NBA today, Luka Doncic, even Trae Young. So if your favorite team did not make the playoffs, you have a good chance in part 3 to get a better team with a high draft pick. But now on the West, Jimmy Butler takes OKC with Russell Westbrook to the #1 seed and 64 wins a game. I wasn't expecting that. Then we got the Warriors, the Clippers, the Jazz, the Lakers make it in this part 2. Then you got the Rockets, Pelicans, Blazers, and the Phoenix Suns almost slip in. The Spurs miss out with Sacramento. And again, guys, if your team did not make the playoffs, you still have a good chance in part 3 to get a good draft pick. And we get to the resimulation of the 2018 playoffs. It's a whole new bracket, guys. Remember, there was no play-in tournament back then, so we will not have it right now. And anyways, it's your last chance to make predictions. The road to the championship begins in the first round. This is a simulation here on 2K22, so sit down, relax, and let's go. We begin the 2018 playoffs in New Orleans, where back-to-back years the Golden State Warriors will take down the Pelicans, this time in a sweep, 4 games to nothing. So is it time for the Pelicans to split up Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins? We're going to have to find out later on, but we are now in Boston, and be at the line, and the 76ers will lose in the first round of the Boston Celtics, a 5-game series. And it's also going to be interesting to see if the 76ers continue with the process here on the series, and we are now in Cleveland. The defending champions are tied up against Washington. They're looking to end the series. LeBron puts it in. What a move from LeBron James, and Cleveland has a 3-point lead. Washington series season is on the line. They're down by 3, also down the series 3-1. John Wall is no longer in Washington. Bradley Beal's got to do it by himself. Defended by JR, takes the jumper. It won't go. Rebound LeBron, and about a 4 or 5 second shot differential. Washington has a timeout. They won't foul, so the Wizards desperately need to stop, and the Cleveland Cavaliers could end this season with a shot here and put the dagger into Washington. 14 on the game clock, 10 now on the shot clock. LeBron top of the key. I think he has a mismatch on this one. Can he take for Reed to the basket? 4 on the shot clock. LeBron around the screen. LeBron looking to do it again. Same spot. And this time it won't go. Rebound Kelly Oubre. Timeout, 3.1 seconds. Season on the line. It's got to go to Bradley Beal. Let's do it. The Washington Wizards draw up 117 to 120. They get it to Beal. Bang! Beal connects from downtown. Tie game. Here's LeBron for full court. And no, we're going to overtime. Bradley Beal saves the Wizards season, and this game 5 isn't over yet in Cleveland. Now in overtime, actually goes to double overtime, so this game has been insane. 142 to 140. Wizards looking to win this and force game 6 on the defending champions. Can they get the stop? Love a 3. Got it! And these teams are going back and forth. Kevin Love gets the pass from Kyrie Irving, and now the Wizards again need to capitalize and hit the shot. Bradley Beal has been the man here for Washington. They're going to go back to him. Beal draws the double. Wide open is Ty Lawson. Not even close, and that was to give the Wizards the lead. And if you're Washington, even though it wasn't Bradley Beal, you can't ask for a better open shot than that. And here's Irving at the line, looking to send the Cavaliers back to the conference semifinals. He got the first, the second is good. So does Washington have any more miracles left in them? Bradley Beal's got to take this shot right now. 9 seconds, 8. Bradley Beal gives up to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell has to give to Ty Lawson. Ty Lawson in 3. It won't go. Ty Lawson just can't find a 3 here late in this game, and that should be it for the series. series. And just when you thought the Wizards were going to take this series in 6 against the defending champions, Cleveland ends up getting it done here in 5 games at home, and we are now in Oklahoma City. The newest Thunder with Jimmy Butler and Russell Westbrook take down Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers in 5 games. And this is back-to-back early exits for Damian Lillard in this series. He has some decisions to make. Anyways, we're in Milwaukee. It's a tie game. Raptors down 3-2 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Toronto looking to force a game 7. Here's DeRozan, the fadeaway jumper. Won't go. Adebayo almost tips it in. Anyways, here come the Bucks. They're trying to end this series and take down the Raptors. Here's Malcolm Brogdon. 30 seconds remaining to Giannis. Fadeaway. Puts it in. Giannis Antetokounmpo gives the Bucks a 2-point lead. Raptors are out of timeout. Down by 2. 21 seconds remaining. Do they go to DeRozan still? Or maybe even go to Lowry or the rookie Bam Adebayo? Let's see what they do. The screen from Bam. Here's DeRozan. Pulls it back. Working on the defensive player of the year. It's blocked by Antetokounmpo. Rebound Brogdon. And that might do it. Unless these free throws are missed at the line from one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA, Malcolm Brogdon, as he gets the first one. Brogdon looking to make this a 2-possession game. And he got it. 4-point game. Now you need a 3 right now. 10 seconds remaining. Season on the line. Lowry gives it up. Oh, Antetokounmpo blocks it again. He can't be stopped. And that's why he's the defensive player of the year. And Milwaukee is going to look to move on in the second round of the NBA playoffs as they get it done against the Toronto Raptors in 6 games. Is this an upset? Let me know down below. Anyways, we are now in Houston. The LA Clippers without Blake Griffin will go down in the first round in 6 games. So Jason Tatum, James Harden, the defending Western Conference champions, are going back to the second round of the playoffs. And what do the Clippers have to do to get back on the winning track after losing Blake Griffin? In a game 7 in the East, Pacers versus Knicks. Here's John Wall, the newest Pacer, puts Indiana up by 1. And the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony, Derrick Rose, and Porzingis are looking to go back to the conference semifinals. They're down by 1 on the road. Here we go. In the paint, look at the mismatch. Monroe, easy bucket. And the Knicks now have the lead. We're going back and forth. Winner go home game 7 in Indiana. Here comes John Wall. Will they go back to Wall or maybe even go to Paul George? Let's see what they decide to do. John Wall has the ball isolated top of the key. 14 the shot clock. Here comes the screen from Turner. Wall the drive. Wall draws 2. Gives it up. Ellis. What ball movement to Paul George? He got it! And the Indiana Pacers have a 2-point lead. Unbelievable ball movement late here in this game 7. Derrick Rose down 2. Season on the line. The screen from Anthony. Rose looking around. Goes to Carmelo. In the paint. Draws 2. Wide open Rose. Knocks it down. Major clutch shots here in this game 7. Are we going to go to overtime? And that wasn't even close. How about the playmaking at the end of this game? This game 7 isn't over yet in Indiana. Paul George rises up, then Derrick Rose answers. We're in overtime, but we go to overtime. It's a 7-point difference, and the Pacers will take it, knocking down the former #1 seed New York Knicks. And Indiana with John Wall and Paul George are moving on. In the last series of the first round in the West goes to 7, and it's the LA Lakers. Yes, the young core of Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, and D'Angelo Russell get it done against the Utah Jazz. And now we are on to the second round. You guys see the matchups. This should be a lot of fun. Which teams are going to go to the NBA Conference Finals in this Part 2 simulation? Sit down, sit back, relax. I hope your team is still in it, because anyways, we're going to simulate right now, so let's keep it going. A rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. We're in the second round. James Harden at the line, but this time his Houston Rockets are down in the series 3-1. Can they force a game number 6? We've seen teams do it before, but anyways, the Warriors are going to get their revenge. Down by 1, looking to close out this series in 5. Curry draws 2 in the corner, looking around. 14 the shot clock. Back to Curry. Got him with the pump. Pull up. Puts it in. What a move from Curry. Timeout Houston. They're down by 1. 27 to go, and their season's on the line. They don't want to go home early in this playoffs. They want to go back to the finals. Here is James Harden working on Klay Thompson. He has him isolated, looking to go past him. Look at Klay's defense. He stays in front. Harden the Euro. Layup won't go. Klay Thompson straps up James Harden, and he will go to line, looking to put this game up by 3. He got the first one. It's a 2-point game. 16 seconds. Here's the big free throw. He's got them both. Houston Rockets, season on the line. James Harden or Jason Tatum has to take this shot. Here is Harden, defended by Klay, gives it up, Three-pointer on its way. No good. Rebound West, and that should do it. The Warriors will get revenge against the Houston Rockets here in the second round of Part 2. In Part 1, they went down in 7 games. They get revenge in Part 2, and they will be moving on to the Western Conference Finals, and then we go to the Eastern Conference. The Cleveland Cavaliers, defending champions, will end up taking down the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games. I honestly thought this Milwaukee team was the biggest threat to Cleveland in the East, and as we continue on in this simulation, it is the Celtics with Jaylen Brown and Isaiah Thomas going down in 6 games with the Pacers, so the Pacers only get John Wall in free agency, but I guess it's helped them get them all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as they will move on in the simulation. In a Game 7, Lakers vs Thunder. Who would have predicted this? The Lakers looking to upset the number 1 seed. Here's Larry Nance Jr. The 3 is no good. That would have been crazy if LA would have had the lead. Anyways, here comes OKC. Russell Westbrook and Jimmy Butler the pull-up. It won't go, and the Lakers can take down the Thunder with a shot right now. 24 seconds remaining. Everybody's going crazy. The memes and the stories that we made of Jimmy Butler and Westbrook can't get it done or even make the conference finals after joining up. Here is D'Angelo Russell, gives up to Nance. Nance throws it down. Lakers have a 2-point lead. This young Lakers team, what is Nance doing? He's flying like an airplane, but it's only a 2-point game with the season on the line. That was actually funny. Anyways, we got 6 seconds. Here is Russell Westbrook looking to silence the doubters. 3-point line. Westbrook for the series. No! And the Lakers stun OKC, and they take down the 1 seed. Wow, who would have saw this coming? I mean, the only team that I thought would have taken them down would have been the Houston Rockets or Golden State Warriors, not the LA Lakers, but they get it done, and we are on the conference finals. Golden State versus LA and Cleveland versus Indiana. Which 2 teams are going to the NBA finals? In real life in 2018, it was Cleveland against Golden State. Will history repeat itself, or will it change in this series? As we go to the Western Conference Finals, it is the Golden State Warriors taking on the LA Lakers. So after falling short in Houston last season, Golden State is headed back to the NBA Finals, but you gotta give credit to this Lakers team for making this far, upsetting the number 1 seed in the West, OKC. I mean, who knows what would have happened if it was a Thunder versus Warriors. And guys, I apologize, I simulated too fast, I can't go back, but the Cleveland Cavaliers will take down the Pacers by 4 points in Game 5. Kyrie Irving, 32 points, LeBron James, 19, 16, Kevin Love at 14 and 15, and look at John Wall, 29 points, Paul George, 26 points, but the Pacers season comes to an end. And for the first time in this series, history will repeat itself, because in this 2018 finals in real life, we saw Cleveland versus Golden State, and now in this simulation, it's Cavaliers against Warriors. Cleveland looking to repeat, Warriors are going to take the throne, and here we go, it's Game 6, Cleveland down by 1, but they lead this series. Irving from downtown, front rim no good, Valanciunas gives the Cavaliers a 1-point lead. The Cavs are looking to go back-to-back and celebrate in front of their home fans. Meanwhile, Golden State's looking for 4-7. They need a big-time win on the road. Here's Thompson in the corner. Thompson one-on-one with J.R. Smith. Golden State is out of timeouts. Thompson takes the screen, but look at J.R.'s defense. Gets in the paint, loses it, gives up to Looney. Back to Curry. Curry one-on-one with Kyrie Irving. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. Curry draws 2. Now he's one-on-one. Fade away. Are you serious? The biggest shot of Curry's career. He nails it. 1-point game. Timeout Cleveland. And Irving has a chance to win the NBA Finals. Can he do it? Down by 1 point. Leading the series 3 games to 2. Kyrie Irving against Steph Curry. Looking to win it all. Curry defending pretty well. Here's Irving's shot. It rolls off the rim. It was inches away from winning the championship, and we're going to have a Game 7 of this final. And as we go to Golden State, it's a 2-point game. How about this series? Curry a deep 3. Won't go. Warriors have a 2-point lead. Durant the rebound. They're looking for the dagger. Curry from way downtown. Bang! Curry hits it. 5-point game. And the Warriors down 3-2 in the series. All of a sudden stole the momentum from the defending champions. Here comes LeBron around the screen. LeBron against Durant. LeBron in the paint. Stripped by Curry. Curry gets it, and the fans start to celebrate early. They can feel it, and oh my goodness, the defending champions will be dethroned in this one unless a crazy miracle happens. But Curry's at the line receiving MVP chance. How about that deep 3, the dagger in Game 7? And this is all over. The Golden State Warriors on revenge tour get it done, and they are the NBA champions of 2018. Just like real life, man. What an NBA Finals, down 3-2 in the series. Curry hits a crazy shot, and Kyrie was inches away from winning the championship, but it doesn't matter. This series goes to 7, and the Warriors take down the Cavaliers. Man, you guys witnessed some amazing moments here in part number 2. Just unbelievable as the Warriors are celebrating in front of their home fans, and this will do it for the 2018 season. And well, guys, now that the season is over, it's time to head to the 2018 offseason. The 2018 NBA draft order is in, and you guys see the teams. We'll get to the actual draft results in part 3, but you can guess what's going to happen in 2018 draft down below. In other news, Jokic is one of the NBA's biggest free agents this summer, so will he re-sign with Denver or go somewhere else? And Julius Randle's a free agent, but after that crazy Lakers playoff run, will he decide to stay, or maybe he go to a new team? And Damian Lillard's time in Portland is officially up. He requested trade out of the Blazers to go to a team in the East. Which Eastern Conference team will Damian Lillard join? Guys, thank you for watching. It's halftime, and we out.